This is why we made it, baby. Boom. Best way to wake him up. I told you that skill was too good. What's up, everybody? I'm Jared Gamer. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back, and I am bringing you my Dragonheart build. So I made a poll on the channel a couple days ago, and I asked you guys which attack skill should I focus my next build upon. My options were Melee Hellfire, Dragonheart, and Dereliction. And the biggest one was Dragonheart. So I was okay, let me check it out. It's a Valstrat skill. It was introduced in regular Rise back in the day, but now you can get it as a decoration, and now you can get it on your talisman. So it's a lot more viable to put it in your set. But the cool thing is, in this build, not only did I combine Dragonheart with something else, I combined it with Melee Hellfire, which is amazing for attacking raw damage. So I showed you guys the numbers you could do in the beginning. This playstyle is going to have a different approach because the focus here is going to be using Harvest Moon with Serene Pose, because you get the most damage that way when the monster is attacking you. But there's times in the fight, I've done a lot of fights as well, where the monster is moving around, dancing, not really doing too much. And that's why at first I had my Temper Spirit Blade on there to get my meter up, but I put it back to have Helmbreaker on there because Helmbreaker is good to do damage when you want to create an opening on the monster. So I'm about to show you the build, then we'll do a couple fights afterwards. My family, without further ado, let's dive in. Let's go ahead and dive into the build. So this is a Frenzy Bloodlust build. So we got all kinds of attacking skills combined in this one. So just starting off, let me show you what we're working with. We are using the Desperate Roar because I wanted to make a armor set based around this weapon because it just has disgusting juicy raw damage, has a good amount of purple, it doesn't have any slots, that's okay. It has a rampage slot 2, and it has a -15 affinity, which is okay, and there's no element. I always want to make a raw weapon, so this one, after you get it to level 9 slots and you put all the attacking buffs on it from Augmentations, it gets all the way up to 410, which is absolutely disgusting. So moving along, I'll just show you guys what we got going on this set. We have attack boost max out, crit die level 5. That's enough with Rousing Roar, with weakness exploits to make sure we're 100% crit affinity majority of the time. So I felt good there. Dragonheart, you gotta have level 5 on this one because at level 5 you get, when your health gets below 80%, you get a 10% increase in attack damage, but also all of your elemental resistance goes up to 50. So that's dope. That's the main focus on this build. Crit boost, weakness exploit, quick sheet 3 must have. Defense boost because besides there aren't that many good level 1 decos, so I just threw that in there. Wire bug whisper because you guys be like, DJ, you can't have a longsword build without wire bugs whisper. Because I could take this out and max out my agitator, but I did play it. I didn't get as much DPS because some of their points where I had to wait to get my Serene Pose off because I was waiting for my wire bug to refresh. But the cool thing is it's not that often because I have Frenzy Bloodlust on this build. Essentially what happens is a new set from Resident Shagaru, and what it does is after you cure Frenzy you get an extra wire bug, and since I have level 2 of it I get an extra wire bug for 1 minute. So for a good amount of time we have 3 wire bugs, so the damage is, the uptime of doing our abilities, our soak bind boost abilities, is not as low as you might think. So wire bug, help, Melee Hellfire 3, Bloodlust 3, Agitator, Intrepid, Heart. That one is too good. Every single build needs to have this skill on it because it's so good in protecting you, protecting your Heaven Sent, protecting you from getting knocked over. It does explosion on the monster. Sometimes I've used that at the top of my monster, so it's good. Let's see, moving along, blast resistance. What I add, Adrenaline Rush, that one came with some augmentations, and I was like, I typically hate those skills like this one. I hate this one. I hate silk, what is it, status trigger that requires you to dodge versus doing a counter. So but it came in my weapon, and sometimes I'm dodging, activating, so I'm like, hey, I'll take it. Power Mantle, I like that one a lot because it just gives you just automatic raw damage. And Heaven Sent is literally the best skill in this game. So that's the skills I got going on real quick, just so you guys can see. If you want to look at the description of some of the skills, I'll just kind of show this view. So increased attack power, Dragonheart, Draconic energy fields you have to lose a certain amount of health. As you can notice, level 5 gives you contract Dragonblight. when at 80% health or less, sets elemental resistance to 50 and gain a 10% attack power. So that's one of the main skills of this build. Moving along, Wirebug 3. Why is it important? It also increases passive recovery rate when fighting on the ground. This is good for Longsword or any weapon that utilizes a lot of Wirebugs. Metal Hellfire, we know what that one does. Greatly decreases defense and resistance while greatly increasing attack and elemental element. So that's that. We know Bloodlust, what that does. You get inflected when you cure it, you get more affinity. Agitator, and I think that's about it. Also, too, another skill I didn't know that Heaven Sent does is it decreases damage once and reduces stamina consumption while active. I was like, oh, I saw my stamina like flaring a couple of times when I was doing some runs. I was like, oh, what skill is doing that? And it was this one. The Heaven Sent's so good because my weapon has a good amount of purple sharpness. That's like 40 hits of purple. By the time I get down to my 40 hits, it's time to switch. And Heaven Sent is like perfect for doing that, and it works with that one skill, Entropy Heart, which allows me not to get knocked back. So armor, the armor I use to make this happen, of course, we're using Desperate Roar. Low, maxed out, we have Valstrass helmet because Dragonheart is hard because a Dragonheart is strong, but I would say this build is focused for Risen gameplay. If you're in a part of the game where you're farming Risen monsters, it's good because Risen monsters don't heal you when you hit them. When you're doing regular afflicted monsters, you heal too much when you're attacking them, which negates the ability that you get on the buff from this skit. So this one is good, but it's not as good as like the other build video I put out with us just doing just raw Bloodlust and Metal Hellfire and just regular attacking skills. So that's why I'm like hesitant on this one. It's good, it's strong, but it's situational when you're using it because it has a little bit of high maintenance. You have to uphold your health below 80%. So most of the time, if you heal, just get hit one time, you're under 80% and you're good. So this one came with one level of Dragonheart, but when I augmented, I got another one and Adrenaline Rush for weakness exploits. So I was like, come on, I had to use it. It was too good. This one, it comes with the standard. I got Bloodlust. Bloodlust is expensive. It's a level 4 skill. So I was like, I gotta keep this one. I just have to. And I just used the level 1 augmentation to get this skill. I don't like using the skill plus versions too much because it takes away one of the other skills I didn't want to lose. So I just added Bloodlust, so it was perfect. Got this skill on there for Frenzy Bloodlust. The arms are too good, so you can't pass up. So in addition to that, I got Metal Hellfire on that one, Metal Hellfire on this one. I believe Metal Hellfire on the last one as well. Yes. And I didn't have to sacrifice too much. The slottage of these last monster skills are just too good. So like I had to use that. My talisman I farmed for a while. This was an RNG build. It took some time for me to get a decent Dragonheart charm. And I honestly feel this one isn't that god tier, to be honest. This one's okay, but it's the best I had. And there was a point of like grind and fatigue, and I was reaching that point. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna use what I have. So this one is Dragonheart 3, has Quick Sheet 2, and has 2 level 3s. I was like, I could work with it. It's good. That's why it was important for me to use this headpiece, and I needed to get Dragonheart on it to make sure I get to level 5. So this is the build, and these are all the things that are needed to make it happen. So for people that don't know, how do you know when you have Dragonblight? You see a little dragon symbol right there? That means I have Dragonblight right there. Also too, this playstyle is going to take advantage of the new style of play. Essentially what I mean is you're going to be putting one of these out. I recommend making your shortcut be a little barrel bomb. So you throw it out, hit one of these, boom, and that's how you're gonna do that and hit the monster when it's sleeping. I've managed to use it sometimes when the monster is downed. So the monster's down, and I'm like, okay, boom, boom, use that and get some damage on it as well. You can do that, or you can just, if you want, you can just throw a helm breaker in there and just get that damage as well. But let's go look at what the I just want to show you guys what all the different levels of the augmentation look like, so in case you're curious. So you guys see we have all the slots unlocked. At the end of it, you get a plus 60 damage and after this raw attack, and you get 20 sharpness, which brings me to 410. And also too, I got the level 8 equipped, which gives me that additional raw. I have no additional slots. I have nothing else I can put in there that gives me 2 slots. So that's kind of that. Affinity, I wouldn't spend my time building them on Infinity because there's so many easier ways to negate it. Sharpness, just good enough sharpness and random play slots. Sure, I'm sure some people might go to level 3, but this one's good enough for me. So now let's go take it out some monsters, see what it can actually do in battle and get some juicy numbers. So some monsters are just a pleasure to fight, like Rathian. We had to come see what's up. So a little homework to get started. We gotta get that going. Boom. Okay. Good. Watch it. That's fine. See, this is a moment where good. Beautiful. Beautiful. See, this is what I mean, like right here. See, I heal too much, but boom. Beautiful. That's what I mean. That's kind of like what I do when the monster is down to get those juicy hits. But like I was saying, because it's an afflicted monster, I heal way too much. So I'll show a Risen in a second. Oh my. Oh damn it. We don't have our thing set up, but I can't miss this moment. Oh my goodness. The damage is too much. Oh, I told you that skill was too good. I told you. Look, 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 look. I hope you're a believer now. Oh my god. Also too, it's a counter, so it's like so safe. It's so safe. So of course we had to use Big Boy to test this out. All right, it's a little homework. Yeah, come on. Oh my. I'm already liking what I'm seeing. Get out of here. I don't want to leave my circle. Oh, he thought he had me. For a sec, I thought he had me too. Get in there. Okay. Let's go. Okay. Oh, it's just so good. Wait for it. Oh. My good. What even happened? All right. Heaven Sense ready. We got a purple sharpness back. We spent way too much time in there. We gotta get our. Get that back real quick. That's important. Okay. Uh-huh. Excellent. Because we got our blood rust. That's healed. Oh, thought we were gonna end it. Best way to wake him up. Oh my! Caught him before mid-air. I'll do another one for you guys just to give you a little encore. Oh. That's kill. Save me from getting knocked over again. I think at this point you guys are believers. So now, time to show you what the build can really do. This build was really meant for Risen Slayers. Scoop. Oof. Okay. This is why we made it, baby. That's why we made it. It's for Risen Slayers. Okay, got our sharpness back. Get this. The most important thing. Ooh. I know you guys thought I missed that one. Psych. Whew. Get that adrenaline rush. Ah. Please. Please. Oh. I hate when that one misses. Whoop. Take it. Oh. Woo. How did I not connect? I went right through him. You see, with this kind of monster, you're able to sustain your power, so you're not healing, and you get all the damage. Whoop. Oh, I gotta stay in there. Please. Oh, baby. Let it go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I made this build, because it's absolutely juicy against elders. Risen, because they don't heal you. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Hope you're going to enjoy the video. If you're new, subscribe. My family. Till next time, dear gamer, signing out.